Tasty.
Living out here in the remote Japanese countryside, you don't really need a calendar to know when spring is on its way. Yes, venomous mukade centipedes, not exactly the most charming messenger of the season, but definitely a reliable one. To everyone who regularly watches our videos, and to those discovering our channel for the first time, welcome. I'm Stephen and this is Inaka Vibes. Subscribe and give us a like if you wish. We really do appreciate all the support.
The chilly wind blowing again, eh?
Yeah.
Mid-February and it's still a bit cold out. Those chilly northerly winds are still sweeping across the island. But lovely clear skies and a definite sense of the changing seasons as we headed out in the afternoon. To a place we visit each year around this time since moving here. And what place would that be? To see the early blooming Kawazu cherry blossoms, of course.
Kawazu だからな。
Now at their best. Yes, Sakura season has arrived on our island. And even on a small remote place such as this, it does draw a few visitors. The nearby shop already sold out of their yomogi mochi and other wagashi Japanese sweets.
おいしい。
We settled on a matcha muffin instead. Birds chirping and the sounds of a gentle stream nearby. Branches heavy with pink blossoms. Everything feels rather peaceful and slow. This is our third spring seeing these trees in bloom. The years do seem to slip by so quickly. One more stop on the way back home. The evenings are stretching a little longer lately. Another subtle reminder that the seasons are turning. This is a stretch of coastline on the western side of the island. It faces the full force of those chilly north winds, creating a wild and restless ocean. We'd heard that fresh shoots of botan-bofu, which is coastal hog fennel, I think, were beginning to emerge. It grows naturally along the shoreline in milder climates like this, and we were hoping to get our hands on some. The tender spring leaves are perfect for tempura. So that'll be the plan for dinner later on. We haven't been down to this stretch of coast the last few weeks or so. Seems the coconuts aren't the only things the tide has delivered. Winter swells and prevailing currents has left behind tons of rubbish. Scattered all along the beach once again. A painful contrast against such a glowing sunset. Moments like this remind us that even the smallest choices matter. We're certainly not perfect, but we'll continue trying to live in a way that shows a little more care for the natural world around us. Back at home, and my wife Yumi starts preparing the botan-bofu, coastal hog fennel. Also known as chomeso, meaning the herb of long life. Believed to be rich in antioxidants and packed with nutrients. As I mentioned earlier, we'll make tempura with them, alongside island-grown sweet potatoes and freshly caught fish from the surrounding waters. Ready to enjoy.
せーの、いただきます。
おいしい。
ボタンボーフやんな。サクサクする。
Oh, it is tasty and crispy, yeah.
Really?
美味しかったよ。天ぷらのやつ。
Earlier, when visiting the cherry blossoms, a shop owner kindly gifted us some karukan,
お金いらないです。やってくれたんだよね。
a traditional steam confection from Kagoshima Prefecture. Tasty on its own, but when lightly toasted, develops an entirely different texture and flavor.
触ったらあかんで、フライパン。いいよ。優しくポッと置く。そうそうそうそう。はいはい。
後ろ見てみたいな。
はい。
We're thankful for the kindness of folks around here.
一番焼けてるし。うん。夫婦してよ。いただきます。
ダリースイート。いただきます。おい。
早っ。
Being able to enjoy food that's both seasonal and close to home is something we do appreciate.
違う味。甘くて美味しい。
Thanks as always for spending a little bit of your time with us. If today's video brought you a moment of calm, feel free to leave a comment, give us a thumbs up or subscribe to follow more of our life here. And we'll see you in the next one.